Well, it was a down day on Wall Street. This is Mark the Meerkat Suffron in for Des. This is the Broad Market Review for August 30th, 2012. Well, it was a down day today, but it's kind of interesting where things stopped. If you look first there at the numbers, first we got the Dow was down 0.81%, S&P down 0.78%, the Nasdaq was down 1.05%, and the small caps down 1.12%. These two were leading the way down. That's a bearish sign. And then bank, it more than confirmed. The S&P moved down. That's also a bearish sign. The VIX was up 4.34%. Look at that. It's 17.81 right now. Well, that's also a bearish sign. And gold was kind of neutral, but silver took a dive today. Oil was down a little bit, and the dollar was up. The trend stopped at 1.7. No trade there. So let's take a look at the S&P 500. Look where it fell to. Geez, almost exactly. Remember, we told you that line, that 1400 line, was very strong support for almost the entire month. And sure enough, it closed right at that level today. Now everybody's waiting for Jackson Hole tomorrow. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Daily. Look at that. Where did it fall to? Bam, right here. Here's its channel. That's the 13,000 line. Closed right at that line. And so we are still locked in this channel, although it does look a little more bearish than it did yesterday. Then we have the Nasdaq, which broke down below its 8 and 11 EMA and did stop short of the 20 moving average. And then the big one was the small caps. Bam! Look at that. It fell down below all these moving averages, as well as that major trend line we had drawn in before. And again, it stopped short, though, of the 20 moving average. So what does this mean? Well, it means tomorrow everyone's waiting for this Jackson Hole announcement. One of three things can happen. Either they can say, yes, we're going to do quantitative easing and tell us what it is. They can say, no, we're not doing quantitative easing ever again. Or they can say, we're going to think about it for a while. We still don't have enough data. I vote for the third option, and that is that, look, Europe has been on holiday the entire month of August. Nothing has basically come out of Europe. They are closed down. So how can they make a decision? Because that's a key part to making that decision on quantitative easing. So what do? Well, I'll tell you what I've done. I'm over 85% in cash right now, and any positions I do have are heavily hedged. If the market flies up or the market flies down, either way I am protected. That way I can sleep over this long weekend. This is Mark the Meerkat Suffron. As Dr. Elder says in his book, Come Into My Trading Room, the amateurs focus a majority of their time on trade entry. The consistent winning professionals focus most of their time on the exit, because that's where the money is.